everyone, Brent here. This will be a Verne update video. I did one last year and it was, let's be honest, it was horrible. It worked for me personally, both in PvP and PvE, but I have since then learned a whole lot more about science, EPG, and all that stuff. Lots of consoles, traits, stuff like that. So I want to definitely do an update video. Um, Last year's, I believe I was running around 350 EPG, which those that know science builds, that is not a science build. This one is closer to 700 now, I believe. So it is a Verne. It's an awesome ship. I love this thing. It's in Bowel Black. I mean, how can you not like Bowel Black? It looks like a freaking SR-71. But let's just get right into this build. We'll start here. So not a lot's changed on the left-hand side as far as weapons and devices, all that, but Maelstrom's still very, very overpowered. This is good because I'm using torpedo spread, so you know, if you have one big enemy, you want to Gravwell that person, and then if, let's say it's a Borg TFO, you have all those like nanite health generator things, yeah, you just torpedo spread those. They are one shot pretty much. I did add on another torp. It only has a 6 or an 8-second recharge. I can't remember. Okay, 8 seconds. And then Omni. So the way you fly this is pretty much you just pull up enemies with your Gravwell, and then you just sit there, and you could just put a world of hurt on them. It's really, really fun. I love watching them just flying across the map. And yeah, we have a modified ultimate plasma, we have just a regular ultimate plasma, and then the kinetic kind beam, that's Repstor, and this is Lobi, I believe. Red matter capacitor, subspace field modulator, Kobayashi Maru. I actually got this during the event. Deuterium surplus. This is a slow ship. A lot of science ships are, unless you're in an escort. I mean, despite its size, this is a really slow ship in my opinion. And of course some advanced batteries. These I primarily only use on like elites, maybe some advances or advanced TFOs, but primarily just elite. The Tilly's shield. I do have the temporal one from the rep store. I might actually take a better look at that. Yeah, it has a good set bonus to damage over time stuff, so we'll see. I did go with a 2-piece revolutionary set for the deflector and the warp core. Yep, gives you right there. There we go. Some nice exotic damage crits, all that good stuff. And yes, please, flight turn rate for this ship. It's good. I mean, you can get away with other deflectors. You don't have to go with the revolutionary set. Obviously, I do have everything Epic Mark 15. Even all the revolutionary stuff is like that. I did try the mycelial beam, cool little animation, lots and lots of damage. I mean, I was seeing close to 1 million. You know, all those flows go very quickly for me. So, but it stops your ship, and pretty much you have to, you know, point your ship exactly where you want it to hit. If not, you know, it's just a wasted shot. It has like a 2-minute recharge too, so wasn't really for me. Strategic deteriorating, secondary deflector. Obviously, we went with the prevailing bolstered. Anytime you use science abilities, you get some stuff going on, which is always good. The other revolutionary piece is the warp core. And then, yeah, let's get into all these consoles. Plasma Storm, awesome animation, really a lot of hurt. Yep, just pulls them in, all that stuff. It's awesome. Pretty much when you're building these, you want to max up as much exotic particle generation as you can. So, and second to that is control, and I'll show you how I actually look at that and all that stuff. The retrofit assimilator. We got a RCS accelerator with the EPG pop there. And then we just maxed all these out because these are freaking awesome. You can go with these advanced ones down here. Just note that it scales with up to 500 EPG, so anything after that, yeah, it's not, you're not going to get that huge of a bonus. I might actually mess around and just get an entire 5 pieces up there instead of these and see what the differences are. But for now, I'm running these. I'm happy with them. There's also that 25% proc for exotic bonus damage. Over here, chronometric capacitor. This is from a mission in the Future Proof story arc. I believe it's one where you uh, right before you go against Noi, they're saying like the temporal chords, all that stuff. But really awesome bonus to the torpedo damage there, and of course EPG. We have Parasitic Ice. This does kind of hit multiple enemies, but I'm not really caring about all that. Really, the only thing I care about on this is that plus 25 EPG boost and a little bit of that projectile weapon damage. Um, I'm I'm more than likely going to find something else to put here, but this definitely works for now. There's other ones you could put there. I mean, you got the Delphic Tear gives you that percent is different, and bonus exotic damage is also different, so it's not really calculated. Same with the Constriction Anchor, and so on. Obviously, down here we have one of these field exciters with the EPG proc on it. Yeah, that's a huge, huge bump. And of course, again, the advanced science consoles you could craft. Going into stations. I guess a lot of things have changed because it's definitely not a PvP ship. Um, Again, I want to run Gravwell 3. That's the primary attack there. That is my hard clicky and all that stuff. Followed by this. This is also a huge, huge um, bump in damage, all that stuff. It's kind of fun watching them pull into Gravwell, and then you pop the Overload Cascade, and boom, they all fly back out. And if you're on Elite, obviously, for me at least, they're not dying for the most part if it's, just their first hit or whatever, so they all get pulled back into the gravity well. Pretty fun. But yeah, so as far as the temporal abilities, channel deconstruction, inversion field, and timeline collapse. I am planning on playing around with these a little on which ones I want for 1s, 2s, stuff like that, but for now it's working for me. Battle Black is awesome. Sometimes you can't see your ship, so this makes it so it's viewable. Alright, going down here, we will start off with the skills. Obviously, I like a very balanced build. I don't really like slotting all the way up here unless it's a very, very, very specific build, and I still do PvP occasionally, mainly only FunV. I don't competitively PvP anymore. But yeah, just run through this real quick, that way you guys can see what's going on. Primarily, this is really important to have. Obviously, you want to make sure all your EPG is maxed out. And then we got the bottom. And yeah, you guys can run through that if you want. I have found that this is a very good skill tree for me, so I can hop in science ships, then I can hop in tanks and PvP ships, all that stuff. So ground skills doesn't matter. So for the starship traits, concealed repairs, again, I do run elites, so I do need to be able to protect myself. The Aux the Sith is still going on, I believe. I might have changed that, but yeah, if not, I gotta change this around. Improved Gravwell, and it's a kind of a no-brainer. Ceaseless momentum. Yep. Spore-infused anomalies, synthetic good fortune. I don't know why that's on there. That should not be there. I don't remember what was in here, but yeah, use your imagination. If anything, I typically do not die in this ship. And then, yep, checkmate. So there's that. Control abilities, you're doing a whole lot of that stuff. For the space reps, offense, I'm also flying this in aux mode, by the way. Kind of have to for science ships, in my opinion. At least I do. I need this because I really like going fast. Unfortunately, PvPing with escorts and whatnot all those years, I just cannot do the slow ships. So, chrono capacitor, recharge the bridge abilities, crit severity, and of course bonus exotic damage. Over here for space traits, I don't believe much has changed. Unfortunately, it's all glitched out where you hover over and nothing changes, but Superior Astrophysicist, Enlightened, Pseudo Submission, Hive Defense, get some Swarmers in there, whatever they're called. Fresh from R&R, I don't think I need that one on there, but Thrill Seeker, again, I want to go fast. Repair Cruise, Superior Accurate. Alright, so Particle Manipulation, obviously those who know how to read EPG, you know that that critical hit severity number, that's 69.6%, that is your EPG. So how you read that is you take away the decimal, take away the percent sign, so you're left with 696. That's how much EPG you're running. I was told the 50 number is your control. I don't really remember. I want to say that with any kind of like solidarity, but the EPG is that 696 number. We have our conservation of energy and boiler effect. Going back out, I want to go to specializations. I'm running Temper Op for my primary and Intel for my secondary, primarily for our little trait here that's always worked for PvP and also works on this, is your auxiliary power adds to stealth and perception. So that's always good. The way I always viewed my control is if you hover over your grav well, I know it's long, and I'm not going to go through all this, believe me, but no, if you hover over this, you will see all the way at the top, it's kind of cut out, but 11.9 kilometers. The maximum distance you could pull enemies from is 12 kilometers. So I think I need like 4 or 5 plus 5 more control to max that out. I took off console and I put one back on that was lower but more EPG, and I'm happy with 11.9. 0.1 kilometers is not going to break the bank for me as far as distance. I'd much rather have the EPG, which gives that damage. So yeah, pretty much like I said, the way I fly this, you come in, you grab well, you could then go and take out little enemies with either your torpedoes, full spread, or you could just wait till they're all pulled up and delayed overload cascade, and yeah, you're going to see some really awesome numbers there as far as damage. But that's pretty much it, guys. That is my Verne. That's why I fly for PvE, and ever since I've been flying this since last year, it really has made TFOs and all that stuff a lot more fun. I see a lot of people, they want these beam boats and everything, or torp boats for PvE, and to each their own. That's fine. Just I found that even with a meta build like a Gemadar Vanguard or a Deimos or the Terran Hydra, whatever you want to pick out there, the problem with those ships is primarily you're only killing one at a time. This ship, you're pulling everyone in and you're killing them all at once. So it makes it go by a lot faster, in my opinion. And I mean, the difference really is night and day as far as how long advancing elite TFOs take for me. But that's pretty much it, guys. If you like it, give a like, subscribe, share, whatever, all that stuff. I appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.